good is Brazen?
How good is Brazen? Shut your trap and I'll tell you.
Hey, you can't talk to my mom like that.
Shut up, punk, or I'll smack you on the back of the head with my class ring. Brazen paper towels eat spills for breakfast. One single sheet of Brazen will sop up a small, scummy pond. See that milk?
Yes.
Well, watch this, baby.
What was that scream?
That was the milk, begging for mercy.
Sports are gathering this very moment to discuss what sports officials are calling the worst water ballet scandal in the history of the sport. A representative of the WBU refused to accept that this sort of...
Yeah, we got a hot one. Everybody at the ready.
I was voted.
This is 30 seconds, folks.
I find it perplexing that all of the U.S. presidents were born on the same day. I mean, what are the odds of that happening? That must be like 7-to-1 odds. That's preposterous. Any which, I'm Donnie. Shall I proceed to the instructionals and such?
Well, I can't name names for no legal reasons and all, but...
Great. One player coming down the pipe.
Pull it together, folks.
Well, player one, it seems like you neglected to enter your monocle. I deem you short stack. Because one, pancakes are one of my favorite pastimes, and B, I'm guessing you're not going to rock up a lot of Sumerians.
10 seconds.
Bye, Curious.
Test vibration.
6, 5,
Let's go to black.
3.
Taste the memory.
Hey, Cookie here, and apparently this very comfortable blouse I'm wearing is made only for women. Listen, don't worry, I find that most people enjoy playing alone. And our wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
Fifth Wheel Motors Car Sidecars. There's always room for one more with a fifth wheel car sidecar. Hop in, no out there.
Okay, let's get this show on the road. First up, there's a bustle in my hedgerow. If rock gods Led Zeppelin had actually been Greek gods, what might their biggest hit have been named? Stairway to Elysium, Stairway to Tartarus, Stairway to Styx, or Stairway to Nysa? Elysium, sometimes called Elysian Fields, was the Greek equivalent of heaven. Careful if you find yourself backstage at Elysium, though. You might catch yourself a bad case of, Hermes. Take a stab at unfortunate use of the hands. Hey, remember when Joe Namath showed up seemingly inebriated on Monday Night Football and told reporter Susie Colbert, "I want to kiss you"? Well, that's not the only ridiculous thing he's ever done on TV. Besides hitting on Susie Colbert, what else has Broadway Joe Namath famously done on television? Shaved his head, worn pantyhose, danced in West Side Story, or forgot that he played for the Jets? Time is short. Next time, try this. In 1974, my close personal friend Joe Namath showed off his legs in a Beauty Mist pantyhose ad. Apparently, he said wearing pantyhose kept him from slipping out of the pocket. Even though it features a dancing street gang called the Jets, Broadway Joe never appeared in West Side Story. But whether you're going to the west side, east side, or south side, there is one side you can drive all over the city. Get your new fifth wheel car sidecar. You'll have room for all your friends, plus one. Fifth wheel car sidecars. Hop in. Bug deflector sold separately. This wrong answer of the game got you $4,000. Nice job. And now, alright, you both suck. And hey, it's a dis or dat. I'm going to read off 7 names. For each one, tell me if it's a brand of vacuum cleaner or a type of tampon. If it's a vacuum, press the square button. If it's a tampon, press your circle button. Get it right and you'll suck up $300. Get it wrong and, well, you'll just suck. And there's only 30 seconds before I pull the plug. The quicker you get in and out, the more cash you'll soak up. We good? Here we go. Sanitaire. Gentle Glide. Reliable. Avanti. Beyond. Compact Pearl. Dirt Devil. That was bloody awful. So there's a robotic vacuum called a Roomba. Would a robotic tampon be called a Woomba?
Everybody quattro, everybody quattro, hey!
Up next, Dope Nuts. Imagine Lard Lad Donuts from The Simpsons goes out of business. Which of these odd-sounding items is not a delicious donut that Homer Simpson would be craving? Spud Nuts, Spurgos, Spunkalickin, or Cropfin? Spunk lickin' is not a donut. It's a word I made up that uses spunk and lickin'. Although don't get me wrong, it does sound delicious.
Where's the vibe, girl? Rock my world, girl. Ooh, yeah.
Here's one for you. Rocking out in the Stone Age. So Kimberly, our researcher, told me about these early ancestors of humans. We're called Homo sapiens, but before there were all these other species like Homo erectus, and perhaps the earliest one, Homo habilis. Anyway, based on our early ancestors' supposed prowess, what might Homo habilis' favorite band be? Band of Horses, Tool, the Eagles, or Weezer? Homo habilis is known as the handyman because it's considered the earliest human species to make stone tools. Also, the last time anyone was a fan of Tool was thousands upon thousands of years ago. Round one is complete. And you should be very proud of that score, because I'm not. Don't forget, in round two, all the cash is doubled. Okay, we're bringing it on. It's time for Royally Screwed. Did you hear about how the tabloids tapped royal family Prince William's phone to get all kinds of royal poop on him? I guess I got some pretty scandalous headlines out of it. Take this one. Prince Willie ties Windsor knot with mystery woman. What sort of shocking details would such a headline reveal? The lovebirds double-knotted a pair of shoelaces. The lovebirds tethered their yacht to a dock. The lovebirds tied a wide triangular knot in a necktie. Or the lovebirds braided each other's hair. In fashion, a Windsor refers to a type of necktie knot, wide and triangular, suitable for most dress shirts. I think Prince Willie could avoid those evil tabloids if he just wore one of those black tuxedo t-shirts with the tie painted right on.
Question 7.
How about the Tetris offensive? Which letter could double as a Tetris block, regardless of whether it's capitalized or not? T, I, L, or E? Much like a game of Tetris, your mistakes keep piling up to the point that there's probably not enough time to straighten out your life before you die. Smart people choose this. A capital L and a lowercase l would both work in Tetris. Tetris is such a classic game. I wish we could use some of its gameplay elements in this game, you know? Maybe speed the game up more and more as you go along so it gets harder and harder to get things right in the time you're given. And it just gets more and more intense, but if you can stick in there long enough, you get a huge sense of accomplishment. You get to hear a little Russian song.
Lordin' chickens picking out a mate. Guess I'll marry 8.
This one's known as the Star War to end all Star Wars.
It's the put the choices into order, then buzz in and see if you are right. Question.
Alright, you may actually have to think a little for this question, so tell you what. Let's add $1,000 for a correct answer. Put these Star Wars movies in the order they were released from earliest to latest. Episode 2, Episode 4, Episode 6. 426, 246, 642, or 462. The first Star Wars was Episode 4, A New Hope. 2 movies later came Episode 6, Return of the Jedi. And decades later, the prequels happened. So Episode 2 came out after 4 and 6. You just picked up an extra $1,000 for that. I just hope they don't release another set of prequels because Episode -3 through -1 would really, really suck.
Strolling through the park with the sarsaparilla. For me, if I die.
Let's try Communism is Hilarious. Which of the following is an example of one of the Marx brothers acting out the Marxist concept of surplus labor? Chico and his brothers working in a cooperative society, Harpo acting in more films than he needs to survive, Zeppo owning the studio where his brothers work, or Groucho pursuing a solo career? Now that's the economic system in which everyone is paid in cigars and fake mustaches. Want to see the right answer? The Marxist concept of surplus labor relates to the excess amount of work done past what is necessary to provide sustenance for the person doing the work. Personally, I never do more work than I absolutely have to. Sometimes less. Is there supposed to be a joke here?
Hold me, never let me go. And my
Buck her up for Florida makes me feel funny. Considering their state nicknames, which state is most likely to get caught playing a game of doctor, if you know what I mean? Missouri, Minnesota, Michigan, or Mississippi? No, afraid not. Although the state does have a pee-pee. It was begging to be picked. Missouri is the show-me state, so it would probably play the game that may or may not have gotten me and my childhood neighbors, the Griffin twins, grounded for a whole summer. It was worth it. Man, was it worth it. Brace yourself for the attack. When you see 2 clues that match, press the X button. 4,000 big ones if you're right, but if you're wrong, you lose 4,000. And don't forget, remember the clue. It's gotta be a match that fits this clue. ESRB, all that you can be. How much do you know about your ESRB rated games? Good luck. There it is! Not bad. I'd rate you an A on the Jack Attack, and overall, maybe a B. But don't ask me to write you a letter of recommendation because, frankly, I just don't like you.
You don't know Jack!
That's a wrap. Donnie, what's happening?
All right, give me the hey sign if you're interested in more playage.
Each year, tens of dozens of puppeteers suffer serious hand injuries because they didn't use the proper lubrication before stuffing their hands into a puppet. These injuries can range from minor chafing and small blisters all the way to the loss of a limb and death. Luckily, there is a solution. Felt-up hand puppet lube was specifically designed by scientists to provide the lubrication that feels good, but also keeps puppeteers safe.
I feel good. My puppet feels good. Because of Felt-up, well, we're both healthy.
If you or someone you love uses hand puppets, don't they deserve to get felt up?
If I didn't get my son felt up when he was younger, he might not be here today.
Felt-up hand puppet lube for your loved ones.
Hello, I'm Nick there, and I'm not here to sell you anything.
I used my own money to buy some advertising time to let the world know that I hate Jeff Hansen. This isn't a tricky sales ploy or a joke. Seriously, Jeff Hansen of Chicago, Illinois is a real person and a jerk, and I really hate him. A lot. I am not a rich man. This commercial is expensive and is taking most of the money that I would use to send my children to college. But if it makes any of you understand just how much I hate Jeff Hansen, who is a real person who works in Chicago and lives in Evanston, has brown hair and is about 6'4", then it will be worth it. If I have one hope, it is that spending my entire life savings in these scary economic times will burn the name Jeff Hansen into your brain, so that if you ever had the misfortune of actually meeting him, you will remember just how deeply and totally I hate this man, and take it as a warning to steer clear. Thank you for listening, unless you happen to be Jeff Hansen, in which case, you, sir.
We're not leaving this house, mister, until you brush your teeth.
Arg, this is so stupid.
Hey parents, newsflash. Brushing your teeth is lame. Drinking out of a keg is cool. Hi, I'm Al Grin, owner of Grin Toothpaste Kegs, and it's time to turn your kid's toothbrush and standoff into a toothbrush and keg stand.
Hold on to the keg, Mark. Your father and I have got your legs. Brush, brush, brush.
Ha 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 ha, that looks like a great time. Go from a dud parent to a stud parent with these cool toothpaste kegs. Isn't it time you threw a party in your kid's mouth? Tap into a healthy smile with Grin Toothpaste Kegs.
Your child is the most precious thing in your life.
Mama loves you so much, Eric.
And as a parent, you wish you could protect your innocent baby from this cruel world forever. Unfortunately, the real world is out there waiting for them.
You didn't make the squad, kid. You throw like a girl.
It's not you, Eric. It's me.
You're fired.
But for now, you can still protect him with the No Surprise Jack in the Box. Hey there, excuse me, but I'm gonna pop out of this box soon. I don't mean to alarm you, but I will be popping out in about 5 seconds or so please prepare yourself. Again, I don't want to scare you, but I'm coming out in just a sec. And here I am, as promised, on time. This was fun. The No Surprise Jack in the Box from the No Surprise Jack in the Box company, because there are enough surprises in the world.
Whatever happened to Hootie and the Blowfish? Find out tonight.
Bedroom bodies, fetus style factory. There's a tiny bun that's jumped out of the oven. She just couldn't wait for your kisses and loving. She lives in a uterus all cozy and warm. Just wait 7 months till she's reborn. She fits right into the palm of your hand. Her Malibu incubator gives her a tan. Aww. Bedroom buddies, fetus doll factory.
The Bedroom Buddies Fetus Doll. Because 9 months is just too long to wait for a hug.